Hi everybody, we're out and about in the garden. It is not quite the beginning of July. We are on the 10th of July, which is today, and we're just going to show you where we are up to, what we are doing and what our next plans are for the garden. So come with me and we'll take a look. So we've still got all of our potato plants which are growing really well. Some of these will be ready to harvest. This particular one at the end is ready to harvest, but we're just going to leave it for now because we've still got tons of potatoes still in the kitchen, so we will be doing those at a later date, so I'm not too worried about those, but these should keep us going for a good few months throughout the rest of the summer and into autumn and possibly even winter. Our herbs, some of our herbs are doing really good. Our bay tree continues to thrive absolutely beautifully. I've also planted some, we've got a succulent out at the front, and I just every now and again break off a little piece and plant it in here, and they're starting to grow as well. They're doing really well. Some of our herbs, this is chives, but it seems to have gone really woody, so I'm just going to cut this back, see how it does, and possibly repot it and see if that makes any difference. The mint and the sage have come back fantastically. The mint's done really well. This is chocolate mint. This one I have made into ice cream in the past. It was amazingly good. All I did was break off a load of the leaves, put them in some milk and just leave them steeping in the milk for a good 24 hours in the fridge, and then use that to make the mint ice cream and put some chocolate chips in it as well. Very tasty. The other thing you could do is you could use that to make custard. Does anybody remember the green custard that we sometimes had at school? So you had mint custard with a chocolate sponge. Let me know in the comments below if you had that as one of the desserts at your school when you were younger. And let's carry on and see what else we've got. Strawberries are doing really good. We've got some nice juicy ones on here. We've been picking these as we've been finding them and just eating them each day as opposed to saving them for anything else. So they're just a constant come back again crop that we're using. So everything is looking really nice. Everything is nice and big, and all the plants are looking really healthy, which is the main thing. We've got some of our tomato crop here. Just starting to get the first tomatoes on these ones. These ones I think have been a bit slow because they don't get as much sunshine as the main set of tomatoes down here. But this crop down here, so we've got this one which I planted some lettuce in, which has done really well, and again we've got tomatoes growing on here. Now I've seen a couple of things about tomatoes and how to grow them. Now some people take out these suckers, and I do mostly, but I've not been 100% focused on them, so some have been neglected. So if you look at this one, this sucker's come out here, yet I can see that there's going to be some flowers producing in there, so I'm going to leave it and see if that gets us a bigger crop of tomatoes. The one thing I do is I always prune the very base of the stem and make sure that that's nice and clean of leaves, just so that there's not too many sets of leaves on the plant. And in here, oh look, first one ready to eat. In fact, here we go, let's have a taste. Homegrown ones just taste so much nicer than what you get from the shops. Absolutely delicious, bursting with flavour, so good. Oh, we've got another one over here. We've got a nice orangey one. Lots coming over here. This is going to be an absolute bumper crop. If you see at the bottom of this one, we've got carrots in there that I transplanted from the carrot bed when I was thinning it out slightly, and I wasn't sure whether they'd work, but that's holding fire, so that'll grow nicely. I think I'll do that again, put some more of those. And again, all over here, doing absolutely brilliantly, thriving. We shouldn't have to buy tomatoes for ages. Okay, over to the berry bushes. Now I have harvested some of this already, and I'm going to have to harvest even more because this is amazingly good crop of black currants. I've already made my blackcurrant vodka that's in the cupboard, that's steeping. I will post a video on that probably sometime this week. So I'll carry on harvesting those. Our raspberries, I think I have actually seen, if we go just in, we can see that there are some raspberries starting to grow. Can you see them, Chris?
No. Sorry.
Let me show you. Just there.
Oh yeah.
Just starting to grow, so we'll have a few of those. So the rhubarb has started to come back again after we had taken all the excess from around the edges. That's all gone into the freezer, and now we've got some nice new growth coming in there, so it's certainly coming back. So we're going to have another good couple of harvests off that. Blueberries are just about starting to come into colour. Let's see. Tasty. Little bit tart. Still need a little bit longer on these. We have noticed the birds been trying to grab some of them, but we'll let them have a little bit. Gooseberries are pretty much empty now. There's maybe a few left because I picked all of those. If you've watched my gooseberry chutney and my spinach video, you'll see that that was absolutely harvested really well and completely used up. So we might have a few left over that we can use for a few fresh recipes. Okay, the apple tree. If we delve inside, there are quite a few apples in here. We have lost some down onto the ground, which I need to clear up because otherwise they will start to rot and we will end up with quite a lot of flies coming in here. We've got some more mint, and over here, oh that smells so nice. This is, I think it's oregano. Yes, oregano. Is it? Do you know what? I'm lost on what this is. I can't remember. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Yes, it's golden oregano.
There's some weeds in it.
No, those aren't weeds.
Aren't they?
No.
Oh.
Those are flowers.
Oh, right.
From the plant.
Oh, okay. Looks like a different plant.
No.
You sure? Oh yeah, it's oregano.
Yeah, it's oregano. With the golden oregano, what I'm going to do, and all the other herbs, is Amazon Prime Day is coming up. I am hoping that I can get myself an Instapot on Amazon Prime Day. Fingers crossed, because I have seen that you can buy a stacking dehydrator to go inside it, and I'm thinking I would love to be able to dehydrate all these herbs that I've got for over winter. That would be absolutely brilliant. Carrying on. Cherries. Lovely, lovely cherries. Let's see if we can get that one off. Oh, they're still a little bit tart, but really tasty. Really good. We should be able to get maybe a punnet's worth off here.
Yes.
I have a feeling that the birds have been in and had a bit of a nibble.
There's a few on there.
There's a few, we'll manage. Although it has gone really tall again. So we cut this down to approximately just above my height last year at the end of the year, and it has gone absolutely mad again, so we're just going to have to cut it back again because otherwise it starts getting far too big for its own little good. Moving on, we've got our stray potatoes that we're just leaving and seeing if any of those produce a crop. Our rose definitely needs a bit of a trim and a tidy, taking off the dead heads. More potatoes. Chris said he's not seen the potatoes flowering, but these ones are definitely flowering. They look really nice. And we've even managed to get a potato in the pathway. I've absolutely no idea how that's happened. So we've got the rosemary in the corner. It's getting a bit big. I think I'll probably try and dry out some of that if I do get my Instapot with dehydrator. It has got a bit of an invading weed at the back, if you can see that on the camera. That is some kind of vine that seems to infiltrate and like to grow up and wrap itself around the plant, so I'll have to get in there and give that a bit of a pull up and hopefully get rid of it. If any of you have had that, let me know if you've managed to get rid of it. I would be very grateful for you to tell me what I should do to get rid of it. Over in the beds we have got our lettuce bed, which I've started pulling up some lettuce because it's getting nice and tall and it'll probably start to go to seed soon, so we'll get that up and we will continue to use the lettuce that's in the tomato beds and probably plant some extra in here for later summer. We've got tomatoes that have gone crazy, but we're just letting them do their own wild thing because there's plenty of flowers on there. These look like they're going to be the bigger variety of tomatoes, so that's quite good. Over here I did have my spinach. Like I said before about the gooseberries, I did do a pull up of the spinach. I planted some fresh in here, but it was only about a week or so ago, so we're just waiting for that to start to grow. Then moving on, in this bed we have got leeks. We still got some invading weeds, but they're not covering up too much, so I'm not too worried. All I do is generally with those is just kind of rough them up to break up the root system, and that'll help get rid of those and just pull out some of these larger ones. But I'm not too worried about that because the leeks are growing absolutely fine. Again, more tomatoes, and then on the other side we have got some onions growing, so you can see down at the bottom there we've got the onion down there, which is doing really well. Moving over to our carrot bed. Carrots are absolutely crazy, and we will be harnessing these carrot tops and eating them, which will be delicious. But we have got, let me see if we can find the top of one growing. Oh, there we go. Carrot there. Cover that back up, getting nice and big, so they're doing really well. Just keep watering those. Stray potato, more tomato. Don't tread on Smarty the cat, he's got a new little spot down here that he seems to be loving. And the beetroot's doing really good as well, and you can eat the beetroot tops as well, which is good. This chive plant was growing in the pathway that we used to have here. We used to have just a normal slabbed pathway here, and it just grew between two of the slabs. So when we pulled the slabs up, we transplanted this over here, and it's doing well. And I love the smell of the onion flowers, they smell so nice. So that is the garden. It is coming on an absolute treat. I cannot believe how much stuff we have got that has got potential to be eaten for the rest of the summer. It is looking lovely. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. We are nearly, very nearly at 600 subscribers. I am so grateful to all of you who have continued watching me, and everybody who comments. I try and answer every single comment if it pops up on my screen and I see it. And I'll see you next time.